Hello, everyone. My name is Edward S. Redcar, and I'm the host of Edward S. Redcar's Entertainer Chat. And today I have the extreme pleasure of interviewing Brandon Keeton. He's so many things. He's an actor, producer, writer, director, filmmaker. And in order to do his introduction justice, I actually went on Facebook, Brandon, and I saw the description you had. So I wrote it down word for word so that I wouldn't leave anything important out. So uh, most of it is in your own words, but I just changed it to for the second person instead of saying it in the first person. So let me start by saying that Brandon joined the Marine Corps right after high school, and he loved it. And 2 years in, he got married to his old high school sweetheart, Tanya Paps, which I had the privilege of meeting, and we all did when we were all in Cairns this past May. And after 10 years, the Marine Corps sent him to college back home, and he got his degree from Miami of Ohio, and he was commissioned as a second lieutenant. Kudos, kudos. And now he's the advertising officer for the 4th Recruiting District in New Cumberland, Pennsylvania. And I'm not finished yet. After many years of moving around from place to place, including 7 months in Iraq, and thank you for your service, Brandon. He retired on that tour at the ripe old age of 39 and just 1 week before his 40th birthday. And now he owns his own business, teaching martial arts full time, and he'll probably be doing this in some fashion for the rest of his life. So, with that out of the way, all those accolades out of the way, Brandon, welcome to my show. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing eight different shades of awesome. One small detail there. I did sell the school. I did sell the martial arts school a couple of years ago.
Oh,
And,
okay, okay,
and
okay.
I,
Thank you for
but
the
I did.
correction. Thank
That's
you.
okay. But I still teach there every now and then.
Okay, okay, okay. That's great. That's great. Getting in with the community and teaching our young people, our next generation coming up, good values and mindsets and all that. So, um, yeah, when I begin my interviews with all my guests, I always like to know how they got into what they're doing today. What was the spark that lit their passion to do what they're doing today, whether they're actors, dancers, filmmakers, writers, producers, such as yourself. So that'll be my first question here. So. I met you for the very first time at the North Film Festival at the Producers Club in New York City this past February. And during the question and answer session, after your screening of Calls, the short film of yours that was nominated for Best Short Film and Best Director of a Short Film at the North Film Festival, and you explained how you became interested in acting and filmmaking and uh, but my audience doesn't know all that. So how did you become interested in acting and filmmaking?
So I had it started, it was like back in, high school. I had a scholarship to college for acting,
Hmm.
coming out of high school. And I, did all the high school plays and, whatnot, and I really enjoyed that part of it. Um, but then, you know, i- if I have a superpower, it is the ability to be honest with myself about where I am and what I'm doing.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I knew that at that time, if I'd have gone to college, uh, I maybe would have made it half a semester.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was not I was not a good student, like by any stretch of the imagination. Um, I failed the eighth grade. Senior year was the first year that I passed everything.
Okay.
Uh, I I was not a good student at all. And even though I had won the scholarship, I just knew that I wasn't gonna go to college right away.
Okay. Okay.
So I joined the Marine Corps, and I found, very very soon into the service that I really liked it. I
Uh-huh.
really liked
Uh-huh.
the camaraderie and the brotherhood
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
and I liked being around positive male role models. Yes, they
Mm-hmm.
were tough on you,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
they they were really, in a way, coaches, life coaches.
Right.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
they were tough on you, but they really took joy in watching you succeed.
Okay, that's
And that
great.
was
That's
pretty
great.
cool. And so I decided, yeah, I'm going to stay. About 10 years in, they send me to college. I was like, yeah, sir, did you see my high school grades? Sure you want to do this? And he's like, well, are you the same person
I
you
was
were
just going
10
to
years ago?
I was just going to say he saw the new you, right? At that
Yeah.
point in your life, that was the new you, right?
Yeah. Again, a coach can see what sometimes you can't.
Yeah, right, right, right.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, you're right. So I got to go to school. I wasn't good enough to be a gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps, so they made me a second lieutenant after I got my degree, and I finished my time out as an officer.
Okay, okay.
About 6 months before I retired, I started my martial arts school.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And my thinking at the time was, okay, I'm gonna get this up and running while I still have a paycheck coming in.
Okay.
And then, when I'm out, I can get a day job, it, and I did. I did. I got a day job at a warehouse when I got out, and then I was teaching at night. But then the school really started to it really started to take off, to the point where I felt that I could make it a full-time business. And
Great, great.
and I did that for 10 years roughly.
Okay, okay.
And then one day I was sitting on the couch, and I sort of realized that 30 years of my adult life had been spent in the service to others.
Mm-hmm.
21 years in the Marine Corps, 10 years
Right,
owning martial
right.
arts school. And don't get me wrong, I loved both careers. I
Uh-huh.
loved, waking up in the morning and putting my boots on when I was in the Marine Corps. I loved being the neighborhood dad when I owned the martial arts school.
Okay,
I
okay.
was so fulfilling
Uh-huh,
on
uh-huh.
so many levels. Um, but I was always in the service to others, and I
Okay.
really felt that I wanted to do something that was just for me for a while.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I remembered, I had a scholarship to college for acting.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing my own commercials for the school.
Uh-huh.
I'm, and a good teacher is a performer on some level. I'm literally performing 6 days a week. You
Right,
know,
right.
it's not on a stage, but it's on a martial arts mat. Keeping students engaged and wanting to continue, their journey.
Right, 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 right.
And
If I could interrupt you at this point, now the martial arts is you took a great interest in that while in the Marine Corps, or was that part of your like physical part of the Marine Corps?
so, of the 21 years that I was in, I was a boxer for 18 of those
Oh,
years.
really? Cool.
Um, Never went pro, loved my day job, but um,
Okay.
but yeah, I did it for 18 years. And
Wow.
then, as my kids started to get a little, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old, I wanted something to stay active, and I wanted something that I could do with my kids.
Okay.
And I knew that I did not want to go full contact,
Hmm.
and
Right.
that hurts. And
I
I didn't
won't
want to
I
give it
won't
up.
dispute that at all. I think
And I
everybody out there agrees too. Yes, yes.
and I didn't want that for my kids, but
Right.
I wanted something that I could do with my kids and stay active.
Okay.
And I found a wonderful family martial arts program. As it turned out, they were a national franchise. And
Oh,
when I
really?
decided to open up my own martial arts school, I did so under their banner,
Okay. Okay.
and it had a wonderful time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I decided, I'm doing my own commercials. I had the scholarship to college. I wonder, maybe I'm still good at this. I don't know. So I got some headshots. I got an acting coach, James O'Connor, wonderful, wonderful actor in his own right, and
Mhm.
and and acting coach in New York. And 3 months later, I was doing a Scott's lawn care commercial,
Wow. Wow.
and after the lawn care commercial, my I was talking with my coach, and I was like, I'd sort of like to be in a movie, and he's very practical. He's very practical about where I was and what I was doing. He and he
Okay.
said, and he said it was just in passing. It was just in well, if you want to be in a movie, especially as a beginner who hasn't you've only been acting for 4 months at this point.
Uh-huh.
If you want to be in a movie, you're probably going to have to make it. And then he went on to another subject.
Oh, okay.
So
So he,
I don't
he
think
just he just dropped that little seed right there and let it
well, I
right.
don't think he realized that, if you're talking with a Marine, you just give us a direction. We're going to, you know,
I'll tell you, in my earlier years when I went to college, in the class there were, let's see, one, two, three. There was one retired Air Force, one retired Army, and three ex-Marines, retired Marines. So I totally get where you're coming from. So yes, yes.
oh, so 3 months later, I call my acting coach, James. I was like, sir, I'm making a movie. Do you want to be in it?
Oh.
And you could just hear the silence on the other end of the phone, like,
Oh, okay, okay.
you're what?
Well, you should have said, well, you suggested it or
And that's
you
what I said. I
dropped
was like,
this,
I said if
right?
I wanted to be in a movie, I would have to make it myself. So I'm making a movie.
Okay. What better way to get in the
What?
movies, right, than to make your own?
So exactly. And that was Turbo Cola. And
Oh, wow.
we ended up being winning the best independent film and the best independent comedy of the
Uh-huh,
year
uh-huh,
2023, according to
uh-huh,
Film Thread.
uh-huh. And
And
I think that you have something related to that subject in the vicinity of where you're sitting, right? Of
oh
Turbo
yeah,
Cola.
yeah. Always
There you
have
go.
the
There you
brand
go.
nearby.
Never leave home without it, right?
So yeah, and you just hear the silence on the other end of that phone, like, is this guy who is what? And and so we did it, and we filmed it, and we spent basically all of 2021 editing, and then
Uh-huh.
we spent the first half of 2022, we started our um, our film festival run. The cool thing about our film festival run was we were able to don't ask me, it's absolute blind luck, so don't ask me for a formula on how to do
Okay.
this, because right place, right time.
That's yeah, with anything. Yeah.
And we were able to get a distribution deal with a very good company in New York, Giant Pictures. And we got a distribution deal 1 month before our festival run kicked off.
Jeez. That's
So that
great.
that
That's
was pretty
great.
cool.
Talk about
And
good.
and a testament to the fact that it is a good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt, no doubt with wins like that, and being your first time, taking off like that. You must, like they say, you must have done something right in order to have that receive all the accolades that it did. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Also along the way, while we were editing, I also became a producer on another movie. I was like, whereas with Turbo Cola, I was literally the only producer. Um, with another movie, I was like one of 40 producers on, and that's a movie called 18 and a Half.
Okay.
That was directed by a guy named Dan Mervish.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And Dan Mervish is one of the guys who started the Slam Dance Film Festival.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
And I became a producer on his project, 18 and a Half. It's a
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
wonderful, wonderful movie. Willa
Mm-hmm.
Fitzgerald, Catherine Curtin, John Cryer, Bruce Campbell,
Okay.
lots of
Okay.
people in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I was basically mirroring him because our movies were finishing at
Oh,
the
at the
same
same
time.
time. Okay. Okay.
So I would see him post something, and then I'd call him, "Hey, how did you do that?" And he, again, one of the reasons why I love this guy is because
Uh,
there are so many people in this industry that if you made a call like, "Hey, how did you do that?" A, they'd want to charge you money. B,
yes,
they would uh
exactly.
they would want, they'd be like, I don't know, look at you as a threat of some sort. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah.
But he didn't. The heart of
Good,
a teacher, wonderful
good,
man.
good, good,
He said,
good.
"Okay, here's how I did this X, Y, Z," and then he sent me a 30-page document, a 30 pages of distributors and
Wow,
sales
wow.
agents and basically everybody he's had contact with over the years because
Yeah, yeah.
this is my first time around. He's been doing this for 30 years, so he's
Wow,
made he's
wow.
made some good contacts, and he sent me that document. Um, Fast forward, I sent him a much bigger document after Cannes.
Yes, oh yes.
I
And
paid it back. I paid it back with
uh,
interest.
right? And probably he appreciated that just as much as
I hope
all
so.
the
I hope it
help,
did.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that you gave him. Yeah, I know.
But that's how I got into it, basically, overall, is
Yeah,
I had scholarship, and then 30 years later, I decided to give it a shot. And
okay, okay. But nothing like, say, in your growing up years, like, say, like a grade school, high school, or whatever, that never occurred to you until later in life, like you just described. I mean, like the acting
well,
thing.
well, I wrote, I was always writing
Oh,
a
okay.
lot. And that's going to come into play later in the interview here
Yeah, 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 yeah.
when we talk about stories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I was always writing.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
and
Well, at
that's how
least
I got into
it,
acting.
yeah, at least this. I don't know if you could put it this way, but the seed was planted early on, but it hadn't germinated yet, right?
Yeah,
Until, yeah,
yeah, I
later
guess
in
you could say.
life. Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, let's continue on with talking about your films. So, which you've mentioned briefly about stories. So, um, you've just finished shooting your latest short film, Stories in Pennsylvania, and which won for the best short script at the North Film Festival at the Producers Club in New York City in this past February. So, for that film, what was your motivation for creating that film? And can you tell us a little bit about it?
Stories. Remember how I just said that I was always writing?
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Stories
yeah.
actually started when I was 12.
Wow.
This is a 40-year in the back of my head as
Okay.
one of those impossible what ifs, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so everybody has their band. Uh, my band is Genesis. I love
Okay, okay.
everything Genesis. I even the individuals who make up Genesis, I've got all of their solo projects as well.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, yeah, they're my band. And of course, 12 years old, 1985, popped in a cassette while I was trying to write a short story for English class.
Okay.
And the song came on, just a job to do. And I thought, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. A song about an assassin chasing his contract. My 12-year-old brain kicked off. I was like, oh, cool, gunfights and car chases and all the
Right.
stuff that, us men never really grow out of.
Right, right.
And
It's the stuff boys and men are made out of, right?
pretty much.
Right.
And then I got stuck again. I was like, okay, well, I don't have anywhere for them to go. The chase has to end somewhere.
Okay.
And the song Home by the Sea came on, which is a song about a haunted house. So I was like, oh, it's just got interesting. Okay. And
Let's throw that into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was sort of like a dusk till dawn thing where, it starts off as one thing and then it completely goes in another direction.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um, and I sat in the back of my head, for 40 years, and I did, my time in the service. I did
Uh-huh.
my
Uh-huh.
time owning a business, and then last September, um, I drive Uber part time, and of course I have my Spotify on, and of course
Okay.
Genesis is on the Spotify, and just a job to do comes back on, and I'm like, wait a minute, I make movies now. I
I
can
can,
do this.
right? I can do something with this now, right?
And 12-year-old me is in my head going, yeah.
But you didn't let it interfere with your driving, right?
No, no, I didn't. No,
Okay,
drive
okay.
safe. Always drive safe.
Okay. Just making
Um,
sure, just making sure.
so I wrote the script
Okay.
pretty quickly, actually. And had because it was again the story was already in my head. Every scene is inspired by a song from Genesis,
Okay.
and I got some locations, which were very amicable to letting us film there, which
Hmm.
you don't always get all the time. Uh, we got catering for it was free. We got free catering for
I
60.
just saw your most recent posts on both Instagram and Facebook about the catering. About, man, my mouth was starting to water when I was reading that post.
So we got locations of the five locations. We only paid for one. Everybody else was just happy to have us film in their
Great.
location. It's one of the benefits of filming in central Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So if any filmmakers are out there and you're looking for a place to film, central Pennsylvania, it's a very welcoming uh, place to film.
Good, good, good.
Um, and then hired, and we're going to talk about calls here in a minute.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but when I was filming calls, I was, calls was a student film. And I just remember thinking, well, we got a distribution deal on calls, and that was a community college film program that did that.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what would happen if I paid like professionals to make a movie with me, you
The
know.
Oscars,
Uh,
the Oscars.
so and again, all of this was after Turbo Cola, after
Uh-huh.
my I'd been on a bunch of sets and um, I felt that I was sort of ready to direct something,
Okay.
and especially if it was something that I wrote, because the ideas were completely mine and the vision was completely mine, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
barring, of course, budget, I could probably make what I wanted, pretty
Mm-hmm.
decently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so with calls, it was basically a student film. I did it with completely student crew. And with stories, I hired the director of Turbo Cola, was my DP,
Okay.
and hired a wonderful gaffer and AD,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and just everybody across the board
Uh-huh.
with crews. Now, I did still have students on the project.
Mm-hmm.
I had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of students who were PAs. Two of them we pulled into the camera department, and they did amazing.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so it really it wasn't a far departure from calls, but it
Right.
was
Right.
the next step in my evolution, I guess you could
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
as a director.
Yeah, yeah. Almost like calls, but you had
Professional
less,
department head. Yeah,
yes, like less student involvement, but still you still had student involvement in there. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm a teacher. I can't get rid of that.
That's right. Once a teacher, always a teacher, right? The teacher in you, yeah. There's always the teacher in you, yeah. Now for stories, I was looking over a lot of your posts. Now, a lot of the scenes were in to me, it sort of looked like a mansion. It was like a large building. That must have been awesome to film in and around
Um,
that type of uh, architecture, the
it was
environment.
also very nerve-wracking because it was a museum
Oh
and,
no.
and we couldn't touch
Oh
anything.
no, no.
Um,
Oh
I
no.
remember, I remember specifically on the first day of shooting, we're asking the museum manager, "Hey, can we move this desk?"
Oh no.
And she's like,
Whoa,
"I'm
right?
sorry, you can't move that desk. That desk has been in this room since 1864."
Oh my God.
Like, oh, oh wow, yeah.
I guess we can't then,
We'll
right?
we'll leave it right where it is.
If you move the desk, you're going to see the footprints of the legs on the floor, right?
Pretty much.
Right, right.
We were allowed to move it back a little bit, but it could not
Okay,
leave that
okay.
room.
That really must have been, I mean, that really must have been hard. I mean, it's like anytime you film inside, you got so much equipment, lights and
Yep.
camera and, sound equipment and boom and everything. And that
Well, we
that must have
made
been really hard.
sure,
I mean, not to like to rub up against anything, somebody carrying the boom.
right.
Oh,
Yeah, we couldn't lean against the walls. We couldn't
Oh my gosh.
yeah, we couldn't move. Literally, we could not touch anything. Um,
So they
so
probably
so
had,
what we did was we kept a lot of the equipment outside so that our
oh, okay,
inside
okay,
footprint was very minimal.
okay,
Um,
okay.
which helped out.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is the Harris Cameron House in Harrisburg. It used to
Okay.
be the house that John Harris, the founder of Harrisburg, owned. So
Wow. Okay. Okay.
it's a very locally significant historical house.
Yeah. I mean, so not only do your films promote all of your own careers, but like wherever you film on location, like at that historical house, that's good publicity for the local area too, right? I mean,
Yeah,
attracts tourism to help the area.
if the right people see it, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You have to have the right people see it. Yeah,
There
um,
have been one of my unit production manager. She had made four other movies in that house.
okay, okay.
Yeah, they're not opposed to having people film there. You just have to be respectful of
Oh
where you.
yeah, oh naturally, naturally, yeah, yeah. Well, it's a good thing that you had network and contact that you were able to acquire that place well, not acquire, but I mean use the place for your film. So yeah, yeah. No, that's a very interesting story. A lot of things that I didn't know about. No, that's really interesting, really interesting. So yeah, moving on, like you were mentioning your film Calls, so which was previous to this, your short film Calls. So now it's been selected into the Millesimo Cairo Montenotte, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, International Film Festival in Italy in September. And you were a first-time filmmaker, and that was your directorial debut with that film. And it was nominated for Best Short Film and Best Director of a Short. film at the North Film Festival at the Producers Club in New York City this past February. And this is really impressive. The film poster for Calls is in the Guinness Book of World Records. I mean, how awesome is that? I mean,
Yeah, it is.
how
That
how
is pretty cool.
how how on earth did you manage that to get into the Guinness Book of World Records?
So there's a film festival out in Arizona called
Okay.
the Chandler Film
Yes. Oh, yes. Very
uh,
familiar with that. Yes.
very,
Yes.
very, very well run film festival.
Hmm.
And they took all of the posters that were in their festival and they made a giant poster.
Oh,
And they called somebody from Guinness to verify, and that is the world's largest movie poster.
wow.
So
Wow.
we own a pixel of the world's largest
Hey,
movie poster.
Pixel or not, at least, I mean, at least you're in the Guinness Book of World Records.
I
It's,
know, that's pretty cool. I know.
it's like the rest of us can't claim that. Well, I don't know about the rest of anybody, but uh yeah, I mean that's quite a feather in your cap right there that you can say, well, I'm I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records. So I know when I read that, it's like, how or why did it go? But no, I'm glad you led us through the journey of how that happened. But getting on with my official question, I kind of got caught up in the whole Guinness Book of World Records. So I just had to get that out, Brandon. I wanted
Yeah.
everybody to know because I was so surprised when I read that. But so now for the official question for calls, uh, uh, I was wondering, how did you come up with the idea for that film? And what's that film all about? Besides what
So
you've already explained about it.
Calls, I say it's the first thing that I've directed. It's actually the second thing I've directed. Um, the first thing I directed just sucked, and it will never see the light of day.
Oh,
No, and I knew it sucked when I was writing it.
oh no.
But
So
that wasn't the purpose. The purpose was to go make something myself.
okay, okay.
Was to write, direct, and produce something completely by myself.
Hmm.
And so it was I knew okay, horrors generally speaking, it's a pretty I don't want to say it's an easy genre. It's not an easy genre,
Hmm.
but
But but I mean, that's pretty popular today, right? In film
it's pretty
festival.
popular. And if you're gonna do something, especially and you're gonna have young people in the script,
Yeah.
they love making horror movies, you know? So,
Yes.
and that's what I was working with because
Okay.
you're looking right now, you are looking at the world's oldest film student.
Okay.
I am
Okay.
enrolled in school right now. Um, and I started at that community college 3 months after Turbo Cola was released. Um, the local community college started a film program.
Oh, great.
Oh well, gas prices being what they are, I'm
Right?
driving to New York. I'll give it a shot. So the first thing that I did was again a short horror film, and we rented an Airbnb and we shot it over the course of a weekend and had fun doing it. It sucked when I was writing it. I knew it sucked, and then the final product sucked too.
Oh,
But again, it wasn't the purpose. The purpose was not to make it good. The
yes.
purpose was to make it,
Yes.
and that's what we did. And I learned a lot of valuable lessons
Okay. Okay.
using the same people. 3 months later,
Okay.
we made calls.
Okay.
Or was it 3 months later? Maybe it was a year later. The same people, about a year later, like literally the same people, made calls.
Okay.
Calls is finishing at the Italian Film Festival that you mentioned. Is finishing a
Okay.
one. It's finishing its 1 year run at that film festival, and we got a distribution deal
Oh, great.
on
Great.
a student film
That's a,
with community college students as my crew who had been who had only been on one set, and that was mine
uh-huh.
during for that horror shoot.
Okay, okay.
And these kids brought their A game.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's a, that's a credit to you as a director that it came out that their performances and everything else were that good. I mean, it's good
um,
direction and good leadership.
well, there
Right?
were good, the Marine Corps does that to you. So you're not going to do 21 years and not learn a little something about leadership and management.
Right. Yes,
Um,
yeah, that's really true. Yes.
so another good thing about calls, in addition to that, is we filmed at a restaurant called Philly Steak and Hoagie.
Oh, wow. My mouth's
And
watering already.
guess who catered stories for free?
No.
Philly Steak and Hoagie.
Oh, wow.
You put the restaurant in one movie, they're gonna cater you the next time around.
Cool. Good things to remember. Good things to
Yeah.
remember for all you other filmmakers out there, right?
Yep.
So that was all filmed like in
So
and
I
around where you generally film in Pennsylvania, was it?
yeah.
Oh,
It
okay,
was
okay,
done. Some of it was done at the college. Some was
okay,
done at Philly Cheese and Steak, the restaurant. Some was
okay.
done at a friend's house.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I was in a play, and then there were none. Agatha Christie. I
Okay,
played
okay.
Dr. Armstrong. We're at our
Love that.
rat
Yeah,
party.
I love
We're at
Agatha
our rat
Christie.
party
Yeah.
at this lady's house who was also in the cast. And I'm looking at her house. I'm like, this could be a haunted house. And so she,
The wheels are always turning, right? The director and you,
oh,
right?
always, you gotta be.
That's
So
right.
I
That's
asked
right.
her if she'd ever had, anybody film at her house. Well,
Okay.
as it turns out, her son is in Los Angeles. He makes movies.
Oh, no.
And when he was a
What are the
student,
You're right.
he
What
would
are
make
the
movies.
odds?
Yeah, he would make movies at their house. So for them, it was like, yeah, we'll have another movie filmed here.
Yeah, yeah. It's like this is old hat, no problem. Come on in.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
when do you want to come? We'll put you down. Saturday
yeah,
sounds good, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how calls got made. I always had an affinity for The Sixth Sense. I loved seeing that. I remember seeing that in the theater and the gasps and the shock,
Uh-huh.
that big reveal at the end.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I've always wanted to recreate that. Not sure I did it on calls, but the attempt was made.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
you know, Good enough to where we got a distribution deal.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's no small accomplishment right there. I mean, yeah, and yeah, yeah. So you've been talking about turbo cola.
Yep.
So which you mentioned well that you talked about for a few minutes ago. And that film is the best indie film of the year of 2023, and which is no small accomplishment right there. So um, I remember you talking about about Turbo Cola at the North Film Festival in February in New York City. So and the best part about it is you pitched. That was one of the films that you pitched when we were all at Cannes this year, Cannes Film Festival. So, and what what was it about the project Turbo Cola that interested you, in developing that story?
It was originally a play. written
Okay.
by a wonderful playwright, Samantha Odie.
Okay.
And I was in an online play reading of that play.
Okay.
And I I was like, man, this has got some Clerks vibes to it. This is pretty cool. And then as we got into it, I realized that, this is one location. This is just like Clerks in some respect, in that it takes place in one location.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And you remember my acting coach saying, yeah, if you want to be in a movie, you're just going to have to make it.
Make it yourself. Right.
Well, I can get one location.
No problem.
I can
No,
get one.
right? No
You know,
traveling, no
no,
complications, right?
no. And we filmed it in the local neighborhood, about a mile from my house.
What could be more convenient with that, you
Yeah.
know? I
So as
mean,
a producer, A, I love the script. B,
right?
I loved that it was one location.
What's not there to love about a one location
Yeah.
script, right?
Yeah. And if you get the right director, you can make that one location
Sure, sure,
its
sure.
own encapsulated world.
Uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
fortunately for me, I did have a director, the only director I knew, because he directed the commercials for my martial arts school.
Okay, well, that helps. That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. It helps to call up somebody that you know and say, "Hey, can you
Yeah.
direct my film?" Sure. So,
Well,
yeah.
I sent him the play, and I was like, maybe we can make like a little short film out of it or something. And so he takes the script, he calls me back like the next day. He's like,
Okay.
okay, you obviously have no clue what you're doing because this is a feature film. This is
Oh my
95
God.
pages.
How many pages?
It's 95 pages.
Whoa, whoa.
And
Okay. Well, there's
he's like,
there's a challenge. That's the challenge then, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, 50 or 60 pages is a lot, but it's like 95 pages. Yeah,
Eh, about 95 minutes. Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say that's like the next level to it that way. And besides that, you got to promote the turbo cola bottles, the turbo cola beverage, I should say, the turbo cola beverage there.
Yeah.
So,
It was a good tie-in. Actually, the title, Turbo Cola, was thought up by the actors.
oh, really? That's
We had like 12 different working titles while we were doing this thing.
okay.
And so the original play was called New Year's Eve at the Stop and Go. So Stop and Go is a registered trademark.
Okay.
So
Oh, yes, right.
I
Stop and
knew,
go. Right. Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
just to make sure, I don't know if I could have used it or not, but I wasn't, again, I was new. I didn't want to play around.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I knew we
Right.
had to change the title.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So many people told me that the title was too long, New Year's Eve at the Stop and Go.
Uh,
But what I'm like, dude, literally the best film of the year was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Don't
right.
tell me the title's too long.
Right. Right. If if they can do it, it's
Yeah,
doable, right? It's possible,
exactly.
right?
So that was one of the many things that I've learned along the way is
Uh-huh.
don't listen to anybody.
Right.
Don't listen to anybody.
Go ahead, right? Go ahead and do something. If it fails, then
Yeah.
you know better the next time to change things so that it doesn't fail, right? Uh,
But I did know that I wanted to change the title
okay.
for that reason.
Okay.
Not because it was too long, but because Stop and Go is a registered trademark.
Right, right. Yeah, that's the only thing that prevents
I
you
just
from.
wanted to be safe.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
while we're filming it, literally while we were filming it, we went through like, what about this? We were thinking of titles as we were filming it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And then the actors got together and they're like,
Okay.
what about Turbo Cola? And I hated it.
You didn't
I
like
hated
it?
it. No, I did
What
not
what
like
what
the
what
title.
was there about that rubbed you the wrong way? so to
I
speak.
don't, I can't remember. But because I love it now.
Yeah, well,
Um,
yes, yeah.
but Turbo Cola, what? Turbo Cola. And then there were three distributors that got back with me,
Okay.
like in a row, and they're like, "Oh, Turbo Cola, yeah, that's a good title."
Oh, they got hooked on that. That was like a
So,
hook, right?
I called the director. I was like, "Oh, all right, you win.
I
Turbo
give up.
Cola.
I
I
give
guess
up.
it's Turbo Cola. All right, fine."
Do it
I called the
right.
director,
Do
told him you were officially changing the title. Called the playwright. I was like,
it.
"Hey,
Yeah,
we're going
yeah,
to change
yeah.
the title." And then we told the actors, "All right, you win."
Yeah. You know that that gets me to thinking here that you were talking about working titles. Not that I know of, and I don't know if you can think of any instances, but I wonder if there's ever been any film made anytime, recently or years ago, that they came up with working titles. And of course, what Turbo Cola uses had what, 10 or 12 working titles along.
At least.
Yeah. So I don't know. Just occurred to me. I wondered if there was ever any film that was made that could have had maybe less than 12 working titles, say maybe six at the most. And I wonder if they ever call that the title of their film, all the working titles. I mean, just to be original and unique, but I mean, not that
Uh,
I know of. So, uh,
I don't know. There is a famous story about Back to the Future on that one. Uh, one of the studio executives sent a note to uh, the director Richard Donner
uh-huh.
and said you should call it Spaceman from Pluto. And the, literally everybody was like, "What? What?" But you have to listen to the guy because he's a studio exec, and he's sort of the boss. They pull in the money strings.
Right.
And Steven Spielberg wrote completely dissipated anything like that. He wrote back. He said, "Ha, that's a good joke. That's wonderful. Thanks for keeping us laughing," or something like
Right,
that.
right, right, right. The
So they
only
kept the
thing that
title.
I can think of that title would conjure up in people's mind was the animated character Pluto. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
know if I'd want that associated with a film's name. It's a good name for a character, but
Well,
for
if you remember in the movie when he puts the headphones on George and plays Eddie Van Halen, laying next to him is a magazine with a space guy from Pluto. Yeah,
oh, okay. Okay. Well, that part of Pluto worked, but
yeah.
Pluto in the title wouldn't work. Wouldn't work. So yeah, before I was mentioning that you were pitching Turbo at the Cannes Film Festival. So you were also pitching other film, some of your other film projects to film distributors there. And I mean, amazingly enough, this year was your very first time attending the Cannes Film Festival in France. And after only 2 days in Cannes, being in Cannes for the very first time, you had six pitching sessions. That's amazing.
No, I had more than that in pitching sessions. I got six offers.
Oh, six. Oh, well, that's even better.
So
That's even better. Wow.
I yeah, we had six offers on two of the films. Uh,
Okay, okay,
Funny enough, Turbo Cola did not get any offers for overseas distribution, which
okay, okay. But I'm,
I don't know.
but,
And
but,
I understand why that is now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We had already had overseas distribution. That
Okay,
contract was coming to an end, and
okay,
we were just
okay.
looking to try it again. And
Yeah, yeah.
without any stars in the show, without any, stars,
Oh,
A-list,
okay.
wonderful
Yeah,
talent, don't get me wrong,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no one with a name, recognizable name yet. Yeah, it's sort of like you've, you know, you had your turn
Oh,
at bat.
so,
Come on.
So
Um,
yeah, so that wasn't enough to attract their interest, if you want to put it that way, or
right.
their yeah, more their enthusiasm. But I mean, still having all those pitching sessions. I mean, at the very first time that you were in Cannes, I mean, that. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment right
I
there.
and what I would always recommend to people before you go to Cannes, get on the Senando website,
Yes,
do your
yes,
research, find people you can make appointments with, do that 6 weeks before,
yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and that's really where I think the payoff
I,
worked.
well, it did. Yeah, it
So
did.
Turbo Cold didn't get any offers for overseas distribution. 18 and a half, directed by Dan Mervish, I was talked
Uh-huh.
about before. That got two
Okay.
offers, and I'm not the arbiter of whether or not they take those offers or not.
Right, right, right.
I was able to forward two offers to Dan Mervish. I don't know what's become of that yet.
Okay, okay.
The third movie, I is not actually mine. It's they're friends of mine, and I agreed to pitch it at Cannes for them.
Okay. Oh, that's
It's
great.
called Transient, and it is available on Amazon, Apple TV, iTunes, Fire.
Okay, okay,
Got
okay.
a full distribution here in North America. I went over there to, you know, try to get overseas distribution.
Right, right,
They,
right.
they got four offers on that one,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
and they've narrowed it down to one, and they're in talks right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just
At
gonna,
least
yeah.
on my last conversation with them, I don't know if this is still the case, but on my last conversation with them, they were in talks with Glasshouse, David
Okay.
Josh Lawrence.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you the outcome of that, yeah, before you explain that. But I mean, still all of those pitching sessions and potential distribution deals. I mean, that's no small accomplishment for being the very first time in
Yeah.
Cannes. And
Not even knowing how it works.
no, I was just, yeah, I was just going
Completely
to,
blind.
right? I was just going to say that, when you first get there, not knowing like who everybody is. Of course, there's so many people there, you'll never know who everybody is. But I mean, where things are, where to sign up for things, workshops, screenings, the whole thing. So, yeah, you done good. You done good, Brandon, for your first. It's like
Yeah.
that's uh,
Not too shabby. I did find that it was much easier, and this is for any of the filmmakers out there. It is easier to talk to people about the things you've already done than it is to talk about what you want to do.
okay, okay.
So where I went there with three movies to pitch,
Uh-huh,
I
uh-huh,
actually went there with four.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
The fourth one was our next project.
Okay, okay.
And we were looking to get, so we were looking to get funding for
Right,
our next
right, right,
project.
right, right.
We did garner some interest from a
Okay,
Japanese company. That has since, fallen through.
okay.
But we did garner some interest from a Japanese company that wanted us to film our film in Japan,
Oh,
and
cool. Great,
which
great.
was again, I went there with no expectations about anything happening at all.
Yeah, well, that's
And
the best
get those
thing, I
offers
think.
and to get that interest in my next project
Yes, yeah,
was,
yeah.
was definitely worth the price of admission.
Right, right,
And then
right.
of course, I got to go there with my wife and
Well, there you
you
go,
know,
too. Yes.
and we got to do the red carpet thing and
Yes. Yeah, well,
um
yeah, that's
and she went to a
amazing.
red carpet with you as a matter of fact.
Yes, yes, she did. And Darwin's mother as well.
Darwin's mom. Yeah.
So I had one on each arm. But yeah, no, and it's like we all had such a good time together. Like you mentioned, you brought Tanya, your wife, there, and so it's like after a while, it's like we all knew. We felt like we always knew each other, right? I mean, it was that type of,
By the end,
you
yeah,
know?
you're living in close quarters with people.
Yes.
You get to know them
Yeah,
uh,
it's that,
better than you would normally do in a regular work environment.
right? It's sort of like a crash course on group dynamics, right? That's the only way I can put it. That's the only way I can.
Again, thanks to the Marine Corps, I was pretty well, versed in those dynamics, and I could sort of see who was going to do what.
Right, 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 right. Your training paid off. Your training paid off for that. And well, not only that, but like you were saying, your directorial skills and like sort of foreseeing, say the future of your career path projects. So yeah, yeah, that all comes in handy there. So
All matters.
yeah, 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 yeah. So we've
Matter of
talked.
fact, I think getting into this later in life was actually a good thing.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I,
I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
because you've lived life, and the lifestyle that I lived, especially in the Marine Corps, was, that's sometimes a very adventurous life. And I'm glad that I did it. I think it's made me a better actor on the acting side of things
Oh, definitely,
to
definitely.
have had life experiences and to have been, um, places that I've been and the things that I've done
Oh,
and
definitely,
all that.
definitely. Well,
So yeah.
I can vouch for that myself. I mean, I started out acting early on, like in my 20s, like local community theater, a few seasons, summer stock, not the complete summer season, but a production here, a production there. And then there was a long period where, like they say, life gets in the way, so I had to put that on hold. And I've just returned to all of this maybe like, I don't know, 5 years ago, maybe. And I can vouch for what you say. It's like all the life experiences that you gain along the way, meeting people, dealing with people, uh, uh, remembering like all their behaviors, because I know it's helped me a great deal. Like when I approach roles, it's like, geez, I remember 20 years ago I met somebody like this that's in this role. So it sort of kind of helps me pattern my like development of the character uh, based on those past experiences. So yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more about life experience being a great teacher.
Yeah.
Definitely a great teacher. So
As long as you can learn from it.
yes, yeah, yeah. If you learn from it, okay. If you ignore it and don't learn from it, then it's no good. But yeah, as long as you learn from it, as long as you learn from the experiences. So, which leads me to my last question. We've talked about everything that you've done, entertainment wise, leading up to what you do today. So now. Uh, I'm going to open up the door for the future for Brandon Keeton. So you post a lot of like landing acting roles in commercials and films besides your filmmaking career. So without giving too much away, without not being a spoiler, can you tell us a bit about what projects are next for you on the horizon? And would that be both in acting and filmmaking?
Uh, I have a short that we're making in January. First full week of January is when it is currently scheduled. And then next summer, I think I can't say too much about it, but I think we might be doing a feature next summer.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Wow. Yeah. 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 That's
So we'll
that.
see how it goes.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's sort of the way it goes in the filmmaking business, right? Like they say, like cut your teeth, get your feet wet with shorts, and then graduate to like feature films. Um,
Well, I don't. I started off with a feature film.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know what that
yeah.
again. Don't listen to anybody.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. That's right. That's true. That's
almost
very true.
just
That's
do what you
very
want.
true.
I do enjoy doing. I enjoy doing shorts.
Okay.
It shows that you're busy. It
Yes.
shows that you're still creating stuff.
Uh-huh.
Uh, my first 3 years on the acting side, first 3 years on the acting side, 36 months straight, I booked an acting gig every month.
That's amazing. That's
And
amazing.
they weren't very high profile. Some of them weren't paid. Uh, but
But yeah, as long as you were doing it, you
I
know?
was I was active, and I
Yes,
think that again, before we started recording, you heard me say success will breed success. Well,
yes,
in this
yes,
day and age, you need to make your own success. You can't if you're Jason Alexander from Seinfeld
yes, yes,
had a
yes.
wonderful interview a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and he said the days of just being the actor are over.
Yeah, now that you say that, yes,
If you are not writing, if you are not directing, if you are not learning something technical like on the camera or with lights, if you are sitting by the phone waiting for that phone call, it's never going to happen.
never.
So that's what shorts can. I'm a huge believer in shorts.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
Shorts, they show that you can keep busy. Uh, B, they keep you sharp.
uh-huh,
C, they show you the entirety of filmmaking.
uh-huh.
And D, they're not big enough to, generally speaking, they're not big enough to where if you do make a mistake, it affects, millions of dollars worth of stuff.
Right, right, right,
So
right.
you can still make mistakes in shorts and you're going to be okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
addition to all of those other benefits.
Right, right, right.
So
So
yeah, I'm a
then,
huge believer in shorts.
yeah. So then, in the future, you'll just continue to do both shorts and features, right?
Shorts features, I literally, yes, I don't know if I should. Okay. Okay, I don't want to
don't.
I don't want to give away too much.
No,
Yesterday,
I was gonna say, end it right there. Don't be a spoiler. End it right there.
and not a spoiler, but
Good enough for me.
yesterday I was approached about possible, make sure I say this carefully, possible involvement in a TV series.
Okay, and we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that. I won't press any further, but just the fact that you
Yeah.
made that statement on
It
Entertainment
was,
Chat
yeah.
is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Good enough for me. Then I can say, you heard everyone, you heard it here first. It wasn't definite, it was only a statement, but you heard it here first. So I'll leave it at that. I won't touch any more. I won't go any farther than that.
We'll
And
see how it goes.
yeah. So
Nothing's in stone, nothing's written.
no, no, no. So that's the best statement that I've heard yet to take us out of the talk show. That's the best cliffhanger or whatever you want to call it that I've ever heard. So I feel that if we go and talk anymore, it's going to be this is the peak. This is the end of the
Gotcha.
talk show segment. So, like they say, we're going to finish on a high, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so, but Brandon, I really, really want to thank you for graciously accepting my invitation to be on my talk show. I've been looking forward to this for I don't know how long, and it's been an extreme pleasure and honor to interview on my talk show. So,
You too.
yeah, once again, thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too, you too. So everyone out there, my name is Edward S. Redcar, the host of Edward S. Redcar's Entertainer Chat, and today I've had the extreme pleasure of interviewing Brandon Keeton, actor, director, producer, filmmaker, writer, uh, U.S. Marine Corps retired second lieutenant. Again, thank you for
Uh,
your service.
Retired captain. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your service to our country. And until our next time, when you don't know who I'm going to be interviewing, I don't even know who I'm going to be interviewing at this point, but we'll just both have to see. So until next time, everyone have a good day and We will see you soon, and goodbye.